And we're going to have our feet hip width apart. So we'll do a nice standing warm up just to get the body moving. So we want to have those feet hip width apart, and the first thing I want you to do is lift your toes up off the mat, spread them wide, and press the pads of the toes into the floor. And I want you to do that a couple times just to feel the arches lift and get that little bit of sensation and movement in the sole of the foot. You're then going to plant your toes into the mat, and you're just going to bend and stretch those knees. So just nice and soft, nice and loose, not locking anything out. And then from the knees, we then move up to the pelvis. So we rock the pelvis forward and back. And I want it to be really exaggerated in each position to start with, just to get a sense of moving our hips and also kind of as a little warm up. And then we're going to slowly make that movement smaller and smaller until we find our neutral, which is our halfway point. We imagine 3 circles, our hips, our ribs, our shoulders and our collarbone, and they all float one on top of the other. And then relax the hands, close the eyes, and take a couple nice deep inhales through the nose. And a big exhale through the mouth. As you inhale, I want you to imagine sending that breath deep into the back and side of the lungs. And then as you exhale, it's like we gently tighten our little invisible belt around our waist. So we breathe in, we expand, and we exhale, we feel that gentle contraction through those abdominals. And we're going to do 2 more here. Big breath in, shoulders are relaxed, all the breath goes deep into the body, and then exhale. Last one, big breath in, and then just exhale, relax, release. You're going to open the eyes, and we're going to turn the head from right to left. So no stress or tension on that neck, just let it glide from side to side, maybe looking a little bit further over the shoulder as you go. We're then going to finish with the head to center, lift the shoulders up by the ears, and then exhale, drop them down the back. That's it, and it wants to be really heavy, like someone just lets everything go. 3 more here, and drop, 2, drop, last one, and drop. From there, you're going to roll your shoulders back, opening up your chest, let your rib cage move, just get everything moving. That's it, really, really nice. We are then going to place our hands onto our shoulders, and you're going to roll your elbows back. So this gives us that nice sense of openness, that nice stretch across the chest. You're going to give me 2 more here. Good, last one. And then we're going to let go of the shoulders, lift the arms, lift the chest, circle them around, and come back down. I'm just going to give me 3 more here. It wants to be the biggest movement that you can make. So we want to fill the space. Good, last 2. And our last one, we finish with the hands up towards the ceiling. You're going to give me those little side reaches. So you're going to touch the ceiling with the right hand and touch the ceiling with the left hand. Just doing a little gentle side bend. So we're not going into a deep, deep movement, but we're just very gently reaching and finding that length from the fingertips all the way down to the hip bone. So you're going to give me 1 more on each side, seeing if you can reach that little bit further, maybe the furthest each time. And then I want you to interlace the fingers and take the hands behind the head. Now from there, I want you to press your head into your hands and pull your shoulders away from your ears. Keeping your hips square to the front, you're just going to gently rotate the ribs to the right. We come back through center, and then we're going to rotate to the left. So thinking that we want to get movement through our upper back, but we don't want to push to end range. So what does that mean? We're not twisting as deep and as far as we can. We're just moving. We're not eliminating rotation, but we're just moving mindfully. You're going to give me 1 more on each side. Breathing in as you twist, exhaling as you come back. Last one. And then you're going to come all the way back through center, and then relax the hands down. We're then going to make our feet much wider, and we're going to go into a bigger rotation. But this time, instead of keeping our hips fixed, we're going to take our hips with us. So the spine stays all in one piece, and we get a bit of a stretch through the front of our hip. So you're going to take your hands nice and wide, and you're going to rotate your whole body to the right. And I want you to think of pushing your left hip forward. That's going to give you a big stretch in your hip. Eyes on your backhand, and then you're going to come back through center. And then we're going to rotate to the left, and you're going to press your right hip forward, keeping that spine in that lovely long line and center. And again, it's not about pushing to the furthest we can go. It's just about getting that stretch in the hip and creating movement, right? Because we want to be able to move. We want to challenge our bones. We want to feel good in our body. So you're going to give me one more on each side. That's it. Finishing the last one on the left. Think of pressing the right hip forward as the eyes stay on the backhand. And then we come back through center. You relax the arms down, heel toe the feet right underneath each other. And then you're just going to walk on the spot. So I'll roll up my trousers so you can see. So just bending one knee, rising up onto 2 feet, lowering onto one. You want to think of pressing your shin bone forward, right? So we get this big stretch in our arms. And we're just going to do these with a little bit of pace. So we're going to go 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to finish with both heels off the mat, and you're going to give me 10 heel raises. So both heels go down and up, and 9, lift, 8, and 7, keeping those 3 circles stacked. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Lower those heels and give those feet a little shake. Fantastic. From there, we're moving into 10 basic hip hinges. So you're going to have your feet a nice comfortable distance apart. Soft bend in the knee. You're going to push the hips back, keeping the spine straight, and you're going to reach your arms as far forward as you can. And then you're going to stand up tall and drive the hips forward. So what we're aiming for is a flat back, like a tabletop, and then up. Now you might not be able to get down that flat, doesn't matter. I want you to find that long line in your spine, okay? And you're gonna give me about 6 more here. I'm gonna come have a good look. So we're gonna hinge and lift. Nice, ladies. Hinge, good. So the more we push our hips back and we use the hip joint to hinge, the less we have to use those abdominals and create that C curve. We want to think that lovely long line. Everyone's going to give me 3 more here. Brilliant. 3. Good. 2. Really nice. Last 1. Good. Okay, so from there we move into a squat. So it's exactly the same movement, but this time we bend our knees. You see if you can get your bum down as low as you can, and then you stand up tall. So it's hinging from the hips, bend the knees, drop the bottom down as low as you can, and push that floor away. And everyone's going to give me 8 more here. And up we go. 7. Good. 6. Nice, ladies. 5. Good. Now, when we do these squats, I want you to think, keep your chest up. Even if those arms are coming forward, because as soon as we drop our chest, we bring our center of weight down. So keep that chest up and down. Everyone's going to give me 2 more here. That's it. Last one. Good. And then we're going to step those feet together. So from there, we're going into a single leg hinge. So this has a slight balance element to it. So if you need to hold on to something or be close to a wall for support, then do so. You can have your right foot forward and your left foot back. From there, we are going to lift the back foot off the mat. We're going to hinge the body forward. And then we're going to stand up nice and tall as we drive the hips forward, okay? Now, all of my work goes into my standing leg, and I want to think of my body being like a seesaw, right? My chest and my leg move together in one to help me keep that balance. If one goes more than the other, that's when you're going to lose it, yeah? So think of that lovely long line from the crown of your head all the way out to that, right to the tips of those toes. And I want everyone to give me 5 more here. I'm going to come and have a good look. Yes, guys, really nice. So not only is this great for your balance, right? But it's great for your hip strength. We want to work on that single leg hip strength as well. Excellent, guys. Last one's here on this leg. Good. So let's do the other side. You're going to have left foot forward, right foot back. Okay? And think, as I start to lift the back leg, my chest drops, my spine is long. I've got a soft bend in my supporting knee, and then to come up, my chest comes up first, and I drive the hips forward, yeah? Hands can go on the hips, or they can help to counterbalance you. It doesn't really matter, whatever makes you feel more confident. But we want to feel really good about working on that single leg. Thinking of that lovely long line, okay? And not collapsing into the front of that body. Yes, Dimitri, nice. Yeah, so nice, right? So if you feel that you've got this collapse in that center, think long. So we want to have that long waistline. That's going to help us keep that spine beautiful and in line. Everyone's going to give me one more beautiful hinge here. Yes. Good. Good, nice, Anita. Good. And then you're going to stand up and give your hips a little wiggle. Great, guys. So from there, we're going to come and stand at the left side of our mat, and we're going to do side lunges. So we're going to start with our right leg. Hips, feet, and shoulders all face the front of your room. You're going to take a big step out with your right leg, and then you're going to hinge your hips, take all your weight over that supporting leg, and then you're going to push off and bring the feet back together. And I'll turn to the side for the next one. So I step out on my right leg, my hips go back, my spine stays long, and then I step back together. So it's all about reaching the hips back and then reaching the spine forward. And yeah, you can do the arms if that helps. You find that length, right? Then go for it. Everyone's going to give me 5 more here on this side where I come and get a good look. That's it. Good. Nice, Liz. Really, really nice. Good. Reaching. Good. Nice line, Carol. Lovely. Last ones here. Perfect, ladies. So we're going to go on the other side. So you're going to scoot yourself over to the right side of your mat. Left leg is going to step out, hinge from the hips, long line, stand up nice and tall. And don't forget that standing up part, right? As well. We want to have that sense of a lift. We want to feel energized through the spine. That's it, guys. 4 more here. Stepping out, 4 more. Here we go. 4. And step that feet together. Good. 3. Really pushing the hips back, weight in that supporting leg. Last 2. Really nice. Good. Last 1. Nice, ladies. Okay, so from there, we're going into some static lunges and we're going to add in a balance challenge. Okay, so I'll do it first. We're going to do 8 static lunges. So we keep our feet in place, we bend both our knees and we lift. So we're going to do 8 like this. And then we're going to do 5 stepping onto that front leg. And back. Stepping onto that front leg and back. So it's a big balance challenge. If you need something for support, use it. The trick with it is to get your weight onto that supporting leg. Yeah? This back leg doesn't have to be super high. It can be here. But what's important is that we get our weight over it. So have a little practice. Try doing a little lunge and then just getting your weight onto your front leg for me. Just so that we know we can do it. That's it. Yes, guys, right? So it's strengthening that lower body and challenging our dynamic balance, right? So important. So let's do the whole combo. So we're going to do 8 lunges and 5 balances on the leg. So I've got my right foot forward, my left leg is back and the heel is lifted. Hands on those hips, grow 3 inches out through the crown of that head. Bending both those knees, we go down 8 and lift. That's it. 7 and lift. And you want to think of pushing the floor away with both those legs. and press. Really nice. You've got 5 and 4 and 3. Good, ladies. Long spine. 2. Last 1. Here we go. So we're going to do our lunge, and then we're going to take our weight onto that leg, find our balance. That's it. Then you're going to step back, put the back foot down, come into your lunge, and then push onto that leg again. Find that balance. Yes, guys. 3 more here. Down and press. Good. Last 2. Down. This is not easy. So if you wobble, don't worry. It's good. Our body learning to catch itself. Last one here. And hold. And then lower that leg down and give that supporting leg a little shake. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now remember, if you're watching the recording, you can have a balance aid there. You can use a wall, whatever you've got. Left foot is going to be forward, right foot is back, and make sure that back heel is lifted the whole time to give you space. Shoulders and hips face the front of the room, bending both knees, and push the floor away. That's it. Growing tall. So even though the knees bend, we keep that length through the spine. Good. 5 more here. We go 5. And lift. Good. 4. And lift. Keeping the weight through the center. 3. Right? Not too much pressure through that front knee. Last 2. And press. Use your back leg. Last 1. This time, we're going straight into that balance on that left leg. Find that balance. Good. Lower that leg down. Nice lunge. Push that weight onto that supporting leg. Hold. Doesn't have to be high. Take your time. 3 more here. Lunge. And lift. Good, guys. 2 more. Lunge. And lift. You've got your last one. This is your best one ever. Lunge. And lift. See if you can hold it an extra second. Pop that leg down and give them both a shake. Amazing, ladies. So we are going to do 2 little exercises. One is going to be impact and one is going to be balance. Okay. So for our impact, we're going to do 2 exercises that each last 30 seconds. Okay. The first one is going to be a mini skip. So you're going to imagine that you've got your skipping rope and you're going to jump on the spot. Now, if you can't jump because of reasons, you've been told not to, then you can bend and stretch the legs. So I bend and it's like I'm going to jump, but I keep my feet flat on the floor. So you've still got that sensation and that force through the floor. Or you're going to do your jumps like you've got your imaginary skipping rope. Second movement is we're going to do from 2 feet to 1. So you're going to go 1 and then step your feet back. 1 together. 1 together. And if you're not doing the jump part, you're going to do it on your single leg. So I just bend my knee and I shoot one leg out, shoot one leg out. So just try that one, okay? So you're either doing jump forward, together, jump forward, together, or you're keeping on the spot, but using that feeling of it's like you were going to drop or kind of shunt forward, yeah? Everyone's looking at me with, Anita, no? Will you give it a go, right? And just whatever comes out, comes out. If we're stomping on the ground, it's good for our bones, right? We want that ground force reaction. So 30 seconds, I'm going to do it with you guys. We're going with our imaginary skipping. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Skipping on the spot, right? So you imagine now, if you can't skip, you're going to imagine that you're going to shoot off the ground. So we get that little bit of force. But we need impact to build bone density in those feet, in those shins. We've got 10 seconds left. That's it. Nice and fast. Whew. Bones want stimulus. Last 2. Last 1. Breathe. Whew. Have a little rest. 30 seconds rest.
That's it, right? Exactly. If it was tough, don't worry. It is tough, right? But we want to challenge our bones. Anything that's going to challenge our cardiovascular system is also going to be good for those bones. So we've got 10 seconds and we're going to go into those little shunts, or from 2 feet to 1, okay? So here we go in 3, 2, 1. We're going to shoot forward, together, forward, together, forward, together. If you're not doing the higher impact, you're going to keep your feet on the floor and you're just going to bend, shoot the leg behind, bend, shoot the leg behind, yeah? And if you're like, oh my gosh, my coordination is like all over the place, you can just give me some stomps on the floor, right? So we've got shoot and together. That's it, ladies. Last second. And relax. Breathe. Ooh, have a little sip of water. Nice, guys. Exactly. Good. So we have 2 more sets of each exercise, right? So we've got 10 seconds and we're coming back into our imaginary skipping. Whoop, whoop. So here we go, guys. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Your imaginary skipping, right? So imagine you've got that skipping rope. If you're doing the lower impact version, you still keep your feet on the floor, but you imagine, so you push off and you straighten those legs. You imagine you were jumping. Jumping is 15 times our body weight force. It's amazing for our bones. We want to strengthen them. We want them to be strong, yeah? So we've got 2 seconds, 1 second, relax. Oh, ooh, take a little breather. Yeah, it's tough. But you guys are doing awesome. So we go into our, from 2 feet to 1, 2 to 1 step is actually called. We want to get real fancy. So we've got 10 seconds. And remember, if the coordination is leaving you, just stamp. Stamping is just as good. So here we go in 3, 2, 1. Jumping forward. It's like, you know, you're about to start a race. So you're like, you're frozen in midair. Frozen in midair. If you're not doing the jump with the foot, you just shoot the leg back and press the weight down for your supporting leg. Down. That's it. We want fast. Speed, right? Speed and power helps to increase that impact. You've got 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice, guys. Okay. So this is going to be our last set, and you'll be pleased when it's over, right? But we can say, with all honesty, we've done our impact training, and our bones will thank us for it, okay? So 10 seconds, we've got our final round. We go back to our imaginary skipping. And if you do have a skipping rope at home and you feel confident, then I encourage you to do it, okay? So here we go. Skip. Unless you've been told otherwise by a physio or a doctor that you can't, jumping is great for us, right? Particularly for osteoporosis. We need to strengthen the bones and not be afraid of movement, because this is what we need to stimulate that bone growth. You're going to give me 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Oh, breathe. Whew, whew. It's hotter, right? So this is our last set. And then you can go put your feet up, have a glass of something cool in the garden, you know, and you'll have done that hard work for your bones. So final set of 2 to 1 step. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Forward and together. Forward and together. 1 foot, 2. 1 foot, 2. Now remember, if it doesn't feel good, you don't jump, but you imagine that you do, and you shoot that leg behind you. So there's always an option that if you don't feel comfortable doing that jump, there's always something you can do. You've got 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice, ladies.
Okay. So we're going to take a moment of calm. We're going to bring our heels together and our toes apart and imagine our 50-pound note between our butt cheeks, okay? I would like you to find a focus on the wall in front of you and rise up onto those tiptoes. Hold that balance. Now very, very slowly and just with relaxed breath, just lower the heels into the mat. And we go again. We breathe in, we float the heels up. We imagine lifting through the spine, we grow an inch. And then we slowly lower the heels down, but we keep lifting, lifting, lifting. You've got your last one here. We rise up onto those tiptoes. This time the hands come up to join it. Now, if you feel confident with your balance, and only if you feel confident, can you close your eyes for a second? Can you open the eyes? Press down hands, shoulders, and heels. Big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. You guys are all done.